Well then, folks, we had to do a reboot just as we're about to start because Telstra decided that we did not really need internet, that it was overrated. So anyway, we're getting there. We are getting there. Okay. We have sound. We have some users that it says are joining, but I don't know why they're not joined. Let's see if we can't move right along. Here we are, 17th of May. How did that happen? We were barely in January. It seemed like only a few days ago. And already we're at the 17th of May. We're approaching June. Disgraceful. But all we can do is make sure we do as much as we can and get ourselves organised towards securing our financial future. So we've had quite a bit of time off in the boondocks the last couple of weeks, and on Friday my laptop decided it would die. Now, some of you will be shocked and say, why don't you get a new one? Well, I would, except this one's only 6 months old. And yes, it's still under warranty. But I don't want to wait the 2 months for it to go off on a shipment and then come back. So I had to get it fixed. Got it back at lunchtime today. I've been peddling like anything to try and get this presentation put together. So here we are on the 17th of May, 2021. Who would have thought that we'd be here at this point in the evolution of history? But let's get amongst this. Everyone goes forward together. This is what we're using as our tagline. It has been a part of what we believe in. And it's interesting to look at the roads we've gone down in the last 6 months and how much time and effort we've put into collecting people and making sure that we don't leave anybody behind. And I know there is going to be some situations where things have not been collected as expected. We just need to deal with that. And there is a whole lot of interesting information in the pipeline that you should all be excited about. Haven't got it all put together yet. We're welding pieces together, using hot glue, etc., etc. And we hope that in the next 14 days, we will have an amazing outcome for you. And yes, that's a great question, Mr. Duck, about what's a Mac. Yeah. Mac with chips, a truck, mac and cheese, all good. But somehow or other, our Telstra friends decided in the midst of getting ready, they would disconnect the internet and then give it back to us. So we had to do a three-fingered salute and reboot the laptop, as you'd expect. Not. Okay, welcome everybody. Here we are, 17th of May, almost in June. How did that happen? Here's our little intro video. Let's have a quick listen to this and we'll get amongst the website. Yes, Martin, I will remember to push the on button for the sound this time when I talk. There is a URL, a YouTube link for this video. I'll put it in the description of the recording, and maybe we should incorporate it into our emails that go out just for the heck of it. It's a great little video. There'll be a new one in about 10 days, 2 weeks, and we'll have some other information for you. So let's move right into this. Remember, we are expressing our views as an affiliate only. We do not represent any of the companies we talk about. We don't give financial advice. What we're giving you is what we have discovered, what we have learned along the way in our road. Can you add the link with Kate and your video as well? With Kate and your video as well. More information, Brad. There is a Kate video. Yep, we can put all that up there. You can find all those videos if you go to YouTube, youtube.com/Gold Rocks. That's our YouTube channel. All of the videos we use are on that channel. So that's where all of our recordings go. You can always find them there if you need to. But I'm happy to put out an email this week with a couple of links in it. Hey, did anyone notice the pool number on their dashboard? This is important. Type in the window if you noticed that you had a pool value in your website. And if you didn't, we'll organise someone to come by and give you a slapping. Hey, the pool value. What is the loyalty pool value that you see there? Indeed, that little number there, $278.40. Now, how the pool value works is it's a percentage of the turnover. And it's also secondary to the redemption of the vouchers that you purchased when you joined. So you will see these numbers change on a daily basis. And you'll also see under that loyalty pool tile a little button or a statement coming shortly that will tell you whether you're qualified or not. And we're going to talk about how that qualification works in the next few minutes. But you need to ask yourself the question whether you're going to be qualified to get a piece of that money. Now, as time goes on, that number is going to grow faster than it does now, because at the moment, most of the turnover in the business is going to redeeming vouchers. But the loyalty pool you can do on your own. So it's the first part. Now, Carolyn, whether she's made it to the call tonight, she's gone through and reviewed our compensation plan, and she hasn't changed the comp plan. What she's done is rearrange it into a process that is a little more sensible. For example, income stream 1 is the loyalty reward. You can do that without registering anybody. Just be yourself. Buy your own medal. The loyalty reward is the easiest income stream to achieve. An affiliate can achieve that by purchasing their own gold and silver, and that's it. That's all you need to do. And you will get a piece of that loyalty reward. And people that don't qualify, they fall off the list. Takes them 12 months to get back onto it. So if you miss a month, it's 12 months before you get back onto it. A 12-month qualifying period in which the affiliate must purchase at least 1 BV of gold or silver each month. Now, remember, a couple of times you're going to see a suggestion where we say, do that by the 20th of the month. There's no real requirement for you to do it on the 20th of the month. But if there's a couple of public holidays and a long weekend and a full moon, if you try and do that to get qualified in the last week of the month, you know something's going to go wrong. And then you've got to wait another 12 months to qualify. Make sure you get your 1BV done early in the month. That is critical. After 12 consecutive months of at least 1BV, the affiliate qualifies to enter the pool. That's all you have to do. So you're getting paid just to buy your own medal. Simple as that. It's not complicated. You don't have to register 25 people who buy 1 gram a month for 12 months. You don't have to do anything like that. This loyalty pool is built around what you do as an individual, as an affiliate. Really, it's that simple. An affiliate will earn shares in the loyalty pool equal to their whole number of personal BV created each month. And we're going to touch on this a little bit tonight because it's quite important that everyone understands this compensation plan and it steers you to what you need to do. So we're going to look at a dashboard in a moment where the person's done way more than 1BV. But remember, you qualify to earn a share in the loyalty pool by having 1BV. Yeah, Brad, you have beat me to the punch. That's coming soon. We'll talk about the automatic orders in just a little bit. That's all right. Keep me on my toes. The total number of shares can vary per month depending on the affiliate's purchase of precious metals and will be rounded down to a whole number for the ease of assigning shares. So when you buy 1BV, that's 1 share. If you buy 2.1, that's 2 shares. 5.7 is 5 shares. They're rounded down. So that will mean that the person that's bought 5.7 BV, they get 5 shares of the loyalty pool. It's the best way we can do it to make sure we are rewarding the people that support this business. Really, really simple. You're going to buy some metal, do it once a month, qualify. We're going to see some rather extraordinary numbers in 8 or 10 months' time when this loyalty pool starts to pay out because there's not a whole lot of people that have qualified. They're going to split up the pool. So just make sure you do what you can to get 1BV. That's $100 a month. $100 a month, $25 a week. Let me think, that's 5 cups of coffee at a regular mainstream coffee shop a week. If you can do 5 cups of coffee a week, you can buy 1BV a month of precious metal to make sure that you add a way to secure your wallet. That's what we're about. Now we're going to touch on a few other things that are on the dashboard. Left carry, right carry. What does that mean? Well, guess what? You can ignore that. It is a calculation we use, but it's used in the background. And in the next few days, you'll see that go away and we'll use that real estate on the dashboard for something else. It needs to be there because that's how we calculate the pay leg from the binary. So we do use those numbers, but in fact, for the Joe Blow affiliate, they're of no value. What you want to know is how much you're going to get paid. So those left and right carry numbers, they don't actually impact what you earn. We will be removing them. So there's some new labels coming for that. And we'll do our best to make sure that as time goes on, we're adding more and more features to this business that earn you money. And we've got some interesting ones in the pipeline. So what about your personal PV? You'll see on the dashboard, it will list it there. So this person has done 4.25 PV. So that's $425 worth of metal so far this month. That's a pretty good run. It's how much metal you've purchased this month. So our month to month is the calendar month, and it's pretty accurate. $100 worth of gold is 1 BV. $100 worth of silver is 1 BV. All of my metal is stored in the vault. Where will you store yours? Last week we touched on the implications. If you take metal home and you store it at home, you need to make sure that your insurance company knows it's there, and they're then going to make sure that they tell you what you need to store it in or how you need to store it, and they will have some regulations around that that you need to comply with. The issue with that is it will cost you money. I have mine stored in the vault for free. Cost me nothing. And we will be bringing more and more features to that process as the time goes by in the coming weeks. But wow, we're having a good time with this. This business is going to skyrocket. Once you can show people your member benefit that you get paid for just being a member, this business will skyrocket. Okay, what about the voucher? Here we are. Here is the voucher that I purchased when I joined, $300 voucher. So I've got $100 worth of metal, and I have $109.35 left. Started with a $300 voucher, $100 instantly converts into gold. So you can see up the top there, it says $200, $109.35 of $200 left. $200 converts from the turnover in the business. Now, as Dan's commented there about what we were just talking about, please don't tell people that you store gold or silver at home. Be very private about it, because you're painting a target on your back if you do that. Gold turnover equals gold in the wallet, and we're going to talk about this. So that $200 voucher that is redeeming, you can see on the right-hand side of the blue bar, there's a grey piece, and that's part of the voucher that has already been redeemed. So it's come back from $200. I've made it big so it's easy to read the numbers, but that voucher has redeemed almost 50% already. And that's not the fastest. We have people in this business that have redeemed their voucher already completely. So they've paid $300 to join, and they've got $300 worth of metal for that. Cost them nothing to join. That's very cool. So if you've got silver turnover in your business, you will get silver in the wallet. Really simple. Let's have a look at how that works. So here is the gold wallet from that member ID. And you can see that gold wallet accrues in there from the voucher. So there's $1, $50, $75, all from one wallet, so one voucher. As the members have shopped and purchased metal, you can see there's 0.8, 0.005, and 0.01 grams of gold in the wallet. When someone shops or purchases metal, if they purchase gold and you are their recommender, you will redeem your voucher automatically. You don't have to do anything. It's set up to do that automatically. Here's the silver one. Silver accruals. 50 cents, 25 cents, and 50 cents. Goes directly into the silver wallet by weight. Happens every single time. Now, we've got a couple of people that think that hasn't happened for them, so I'll be talking to them over the next few days to step them through this process and make sure that it all comes together. But thus far, this is working really well, really well. Now, we have some issues with balancing up the wallets at the moment. We're working with the programmers. Our little programmer friends decided that they would do 2/3 of what I asked for, and then they would add some special features that they thought were cool. The only problem with that was it then makes the system not work as it's supposed to. So we're dealing with that. We'll get there. But those wallets are working in their entirety. So you can see that wallet there has created gold and silver accruals just because somebody else bought metal. That's a cool system. Okay, let's talk about one of our merchants, ComChoice. Been around for a long time, been in the process. Make sure you understand it's a 4% back in gold when you register with them to do a phone plan. Now, here's the catch. It's a one-time payment. So if you do an 18-month or a 2-year mobile phone contract with them, you get 4% of the entire contract the first month. That's an amazing outcome. If you do business systems, it's 4% of the total contract the first month. So they don't have to keep paying you over and over and over. It's one time up front. There you go. It's a very cool system. Glenn's done a great job of that. They have all sorts of telco options there you can use. And Glenn operates out of Brisbane. There's his email address, glenn@comchoice.com.au, and there's his mobile, 0410 408 757. Now, their forte is business systems. If you have the requirement to have a phone system for your business, that's their forte. I've observed them work with one of our people out towards Toowoomba, big real estate operation. They came in, installed all of the new systems in the office, and were gone inside of a day. Everything worked perfectly when they turned it on. You've got to make sure that you understand what you want. Give Glenn a call. He'll step you through the best options. So why are we here? What are we here about at the moment? We're a group of like-minded people focused on ensuring we survive the economic turmoil around us. And note the changes in the world and why we should pay attention. Now, I've spent months harping on about changes in the world. And last week, an enormous amount of shock horror went on around the world when the US decided that the inflation that they decided it would be cool if it got to 2%, because that would just sort of calm things down. Well, it didn't stop at 2%. It went to 4.2% last month. 4.2% in 1 month. Pay attention to that number. If it continues to do that, what does that mean by the end of a year? All of the things that we have been talking about, all of the situations we've been talking about on these webinars are happening before our very eyes. Inflation is getting worse and worse, and it will continue to do so. So how's our world going? This is just a cheery list of things I noticed today. A couple of these podcasts I listened to. Real estate bubble, it's about to pop. Isn't that a great thing to look forward to? Harry Dent, the 1929 stock market crash is coming as soon as June. This guy has been predicting a stock market crash for a while, and man, he's done all of the research, and if you listen to enough of his podcasts, he is rather convincing. Aussies struggle to buy food. How interesting is that? The price of food has gone through the roof because all of these businesses have been shut down. How interesting is that? That the shutdown of our small businesses has impacted society here in Australia in a way that the government did not foresee. Shock horror. They every now and then work out that they misread the situation. Gold and silver outlook, quite beautiful. I just thought that was a really cool headline. And they are talking about the fact that gold and silver is the roadmap for people that are seeking security. Yep, you're right, Martin. They're on the rise. And if you believe even half of the podcasts that you listen to, they are going to go through the proverbial roof. Biggest jump in inflation since 1981. That was a month-on-month jump, by the way, 4.2%. It's a long way from 2%. And look at this one. Can gold hit $50,000 by 2022? And when you listen to George talk about this, he is talking about somebody else's maths, but it adds up. It adds up. They're talking about gold being 50,000 US dollars for an ounce next year. Now remember, we're in the middle of May. It's June next month, so we're halfway through 2021. They're talking about gold being $50,000 US an ounce by 2022. That's a serious curve. Serious. It's amazing what you figure out as you go around. What do you think is going to happen? I think we're headed for an enormous amount of economic unrest. Enormous amount. Do I have a crystal ball? Absolutely not. What I'm busily ferreting away trying to do is get enough gold and silver set aside that I have a buffer. Yes, Martin, a perfect storm. We have never seen the economic indicators that are showing themselves right now. They have never come together like this ever in history. So expect some turmoil. Let's have a look at what's happened in our world, and we'll walk through a purchase. This is the little video that I did, shows you how to buy metal. So you go into your e-commerce menu item, and it will bring up this page. Okay, here we go. I'm going to log in. So I go AU4U.gold, hit enter. Now I'm at the login page. So it's already remembered my username and password. So here I am. I've got AU4U.gold, and you've got to type it in this address bar at the top. Do not type it into a search engine. You will not get to this page. So then you click login when you've got your username and password involved. There's your dashboard, and if I go to the e-commerce store. I'm going to slide down and order $10 worth of silver. Add to cart. Now I'm going to click on this. View. If you need to modify, if you realise that you've got too much or too little in there, you click View Cart, and then you can modify this number. You can change it to anything you want. Change it to $2, update it. Change it back to $10, update it. So now you've got to that. You want to check out. That's my address. Now I can type in all sorts of notes here. Testing. Terms and conditions. Click continue. And then now here's the bank details to transfer the payment to. I've transferred the payment, so I need to, and I've made a copy of it, so I click choose file. I then find the receipt on my computer wherever I've stored it. I'm going to use this image for the moment, upload it. Now my payment has uploaded successfully, my receipt, and I confirm the order. Now I will have, your order has been placed. Now I will have orders pending that the admin will process for me when the system opens tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Now you'll notice that I said when the system opens. There is an issue with buying precious metal when the exchanges are closed. You need to make sure that you are paying that price that's live. It's something we're building into the website. It wasn't something that we thought through when we started. We are going to come into line with all the other bullion dealers, so you'll be able to buy. The metal sales will transact 9 to 4:30 on a weekday, except for Friday, they close at 1, and then there'll be no purchases on the weekend. So you'll be able to lodge a purchase, put in, say you've ordered $100 worth of silver or gold or whatever, but it won't actually transact until the market's open. We are working on a process to get around that, but we're not ready yet. It's interesting to look at the outcomes with where we've been and what businesses we've been involved with, but we are really in a good space. We've done a lot of things that lots of other businesses have not been able to master, and we are in the process of making it better every single day. Okay, automatic orders. There you are, Mr. Seravalli. Automatic orders are almost ready. They are really, really simple. When you go into your account, you'll be able to set up a specific order. Now, it might be, let's say it's $100 worth of gold this week and $100 worth of silver next week. You can set those orders up. So the only thing you need to do is get into your bank account and set up a transfer with the right reference. So what the AU4U software does is it reads the bank statement and says that $100 came from Mr. Seravalli and he wants to trigger this order, and it will do it all for him automatically. You won't have to log in, no requirement to log in and accept terms and conditions. When you do it that way, it is automatic. It will complete and do everything else auto-magically. And I think by the end of next week, maybe by the end of this week, we might have that in test mode. It's the same system that was built for easy shopping cards for the same process. So we know it works. It's been working for years. We just have not done it with precious metal before. So it's really interesting to see what we can do with it. So, okay, that's coming very soon. Let's have a look at the teams. Bobby, registered, 6 people there. And you can tell they're all affiliates because they have that very attractive blue tie. I've always wanted a tie like that to wear with my t-shirt. Now, the reason that they're like that is that affiliates have a picture. If you're a customer, number 4 is registered a customer, they're red. Red hair, red shirt. But you can upload an image to identify yourself. So Bobby could upload anything at all as a picture, just so that he stands out in the binary in the dual team. So make sure that you understand what all that means. Customers cannot earn income. Customers can be in the system, and the people in their upline can register people under them, but they don't earn income from that until they convert to an affiliate. So they do have the advantage of being in the system, and they will have depth built under them as time goes on. Okay, how does Gold Rocks and AU4U work together? Gold Rocks is the training and education. You can see in the top right, you've got a little Gold Rocks logo. Gold Rocks runs the webinars. It's free to be in that system. AU4U is where the metal is. Free in the education, $300 to purchase metal. That's the $300 voucher that you get redeemed bit by bit. There is no trick to that. You just be a member and it will redeem as time goes by. So the benefits at a glance, in a summary: gold storage fees are free, silver storage fees are free. The insurance is full replacement value. No trick to it. That's what it is. If something happens, you get everything replaced that was there. The minimum purchase requirement is $0. You saw me change numbers in that little video where I changed the purchase down to $2. It still works. We are processing transactions in that website right now for 50 cents because people are redeeming vouchers. There is no minimum. There is a sellback option, so you can cash out your metal if you need to. We've already had a number of people do that for part of their portfolio. There is a barring fee at the moment. The bullion bars are part of the pool. So there is some changes coming that we're building now that will slightly modify that, and that will be a positive for the members. It's not designed to at the moment, if you pay for the barring fee and the freight, et cetera, it can be expensive if you want half an ounce. Not expensive if you want a kilo. So we're working on a system that will alter that and make it better for you. There is documentation, so there's an invoice and a statement. It works for super funds. What about the geographic arbitrage? Well, guess what? The member benefits, you need to qualify. You've got to be in the system for 3 months with at least 1 BV. So we have 2 different lots of qualification happening here: the loyalty pool and the arbitrage. If you qualify for the arbitrage and you keep qualifying for that, you will by default qualify for the loyalty pool. If you miss a month, you start again. Don't miss a month. Currently, our first transaction's in the final stages of settling. I hope to give you news next Monday that that's happened. We are really, really close to making that all occur, and that will be a 1-year-long contract as time goes on. The price and location is what makes it work, member benefits will result for the members. 3 times monthly BV to qualify, then 1 BV a month. Please do not forget the 1 BV a month. Really, really important that you do that, because there's 2 different things there that we've talked about tonight that you will qualify for that have nothing to do with the amount of money that you've bought in metal. They're benefits that you get for simply qualifying. If you're going to send money to the AU4U bank account, there will be more options soon, but make sure you use a reference that connects you to the transfer. Make sure you use either your username or your phone number so someone can check it. If the reference is wrong, it will not get allocated to the right account. I can't stress that enough. Back in December, we had fun with this last month. We still haven't found this person. They transferred $300 to our wine fund. The reference they used was asset. Without an account to allocate that to, it will accrue in the wine fund until we work out who's going to get to drink it. There is no Mr. Saravalli. I caught right on it, mate. I checked your transfers first. There is no trick to this. Make sure you order. Thank you for getting this right. Now, if you have given Cassie a temporary password, now's the time to change it. Check your orders to be sure they're all showing up. You can give her a call on 0400 232 456 just to make sure it's right. We are very, very close to this thing going fully automatic. We want to make sure all of those transfers are in the pool, and we need to turn it, when we're happy that that's all done, we will turn on the 2FA, two-factor authentication. So log on to au4u.gold, go up there in the address bar, do a normal transaction to place your orders. That's simple. Do not type this in a search engine. Don't go to the middle of the page where Google is or Bingo or anything like that, because it won't go to this page. Yes, Margaret, we are testing the spending of the money that's in your e-wallet right now. We will have that completed by the end of this week, and you'll be able to convert that into metal also if you choose. So getting started, really easy. Register for free or buy a starter voucher. Acquire at least 1 BV. So that's $100 worth of gold per month or silver. Please do it early enough in the month to make sure it transacts in that month. That's really important. And share the value if you choose to. You don't have to, but if you choose to, you get paid for it. Here's our new shirts, and notice over here on the left, we've got jackets coming as well. That has transpired because last night it was 6 degrees, 4 o'clock very early this morning, and it'll be -1 in Stanthorpe tonight. So yeah, maybe we should get a jacket, just saying. So make sure that you look at that. They're great shirts. They are cotton, 100% cotton. Really good, really like my shirt. They've done a great job of putting the logos on them. They're expensive because of the logos. They cost quite a bit to get them embroidered on individually, but that's what they are. Not there anymore, thank goodness. Yes, Doug and Jenny, it's cold there. Now then, here we are. We are supporting the qual this year. We have done quite a bit of work. Jan saying the shirts hold their shape really well. Not like some cotton shirts. These ones are really good. Yes, they are. I can vouch for that. And I can tell you, if you know anything about bachelors, if when they're doing laundry, shirts get an amazing tune-up, and these shirts hold up quite well. Over the next 90 days, Wildlife Queensland are searching the Sunshine Coast for quolls. And in my discussions with them recently, they let on that it cost them $5,000 to have a searching dog there for 5 days, $1,000 a day. So they are really happy with what we've been doing, and we will do more as time goes on. But we'd love to help them work out where all the quoll are. There'll be a link to how you can sponsor a quoll. We've had a number of people already that have sponsored a quoll. Please get on Facebook and let people know if you've done that. It's really, really cool. You can sponsor a quoll for $60. Not very much money. And they really appreciate it because the quoll program gets no government support. The only money they have is what's donated to them. So the eastern quoll is this little dude. And the spotted quoll, the ones that we're looking after, they're a different color, but they are really cute little guys. Here's a little, no, Doug and Jenny, it's $60 one time. It's not per month. So you buy a pack, they'll send you a little quoll and a video about them if you want. They're a great little package. It's $60 to sponsor a quoll. $60 and up. You can put more money in if you want, but the minimum amount is $60. And they really appreciate the support we've given them. So this is what the quolls look like. Have a look at this little guy. Aren't they cute little munchkins? You could just imagine one of them running around here with a couple of guard dogs. I think they'd fit in really well. Okay, every week, the economic news gets worse. But don't panic, Jonesy. We got gold and silver, baby. And that's what we're about. We are about real, physical gold and silver. And we are determined that nobody will get left behind. That's our roadmap. And that's it for tonight. Has anyone got any questions that I've not answered through tonight? Happy to answer questions, take calls. We will have an interview with one of the Wildlife Queensland dudes in the next week or so about what they're doing with their process, what the money does for them, all of that stuff. So thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. I've enjoyed it. It's been good. We will get some more information out to you in the coming days, but we are really on a roll and this business is getting going. And yes, Martin, can't wait for the arbitrage because it will change people's lives. Thank you, everybody. We look forward to seeing you on the golden beaches of the world.